The national media is descending on Moore, Oklahoma today, one day after a devastating tornado there killed an unknown number of people and injured hundreds of others. The media is doing basically the same thing it did in Newtown, Connecticut after a school shooting there in December, and as it did in Boston after a bombing there in April. Those were crimes. This is an act of nature. But all the stories are reminders about the importance, about the enduring value of first responder reporters. In Newtown, it was the photographer for the local newspaper who arrived first at Sandy Hook Elementary, who took that unforgettable series of photos of children being led out of the school single file by a teacher. In Boston, it was a web producer for the Boston Globe who happened to be at the finish line of the marathon shooting video when the bombs went off in rapid succession. His video became the most memorable out of many from the bombings that day. Outside Oklahoma City on Monday, it was the local news helicopter pilots and cameramen who followed the tornado from start to finish across the landscape, basically warning people in a way that no tornado warning can. As soon as the tornado dissipated, they turned their helicopters around back to the devastation to see what had happened behind them.
This is terrible. This is war zone terrible.
The choppers arrived on the scene within minutes, in some cases beating the rescuers who were rushing there. They were able to show people literally digging out of the rubble. They were able to show other people rushing toward the schools that had been damaged. Their images from a few thousand feet above were largely responsible for the collective sense of shock that the nation felt by dinner time. That shock may have already started to wear off. As the national media lines up in front of destroyed homes and interviews many of the same people, shows many of the same scenes, there will inevitably be complaints about oversaturation of coverage. But it will be the local reporters, the first responder reporters, whose images will be the ones that are remembered.
Bryant right now. It's crossing Bryant and 12th Street.